I really thought I was being nice. That's the part I don't get. I put the plan on the table, clear as day. I told them straight up. But they looked at me like I had just thrown a bomb in their dinner. It made sense to me. I explained it slowly so they would get it. I told them that just leaving, them finding a note or finding my body, is mean. It's stealing. They don't get to say goodbye. So I gave them a deal. I gave them 2 years before I commit suicide. 2 years of me. 2 years to do all the family stuff. We take pictures, go to the beach, and eat Sunday rice. We do it all. Then, on the date I picked, I check out. Clean, no surprises. I told them I was giving them time to get ready. A long goodbye is better than a sudden stop, right? I thought they would say thank you. I thought my mom would say, "That is good of you, my son. Let's plan a trip." Instead, everything went weird. My mom didn't talk. She started melting. That's the best way I can describe it. Her face, usually nice and smooth, just started dripping like wet mud. She was making these crying noises, saying I was breaking her heart. But as she talked, I saw what she really was. Her skin turned gray and wet. She tried to hold my hand, but her fingers turned into these muddy hooks. She wanted to pull me down into the dirt with her. She said she wanted to save me, but I knew she just wanted to own me. She wanted to keep that boy who she will always send to buy goat meat during Christmas. Selfish bitch. Then my dad stood up. He's not a big guy, but right then the shadow on the wall jumped onto his back. He grew 3 feet taller. He started shouting about God and sin. He said I was sick. He kept yelling. His voice was too loud, like thunder in a small room. He said they would fix it. Doctors, medicine, all that. But while he shouted, I saw smoke coming out of his nose. I watched his skin turn into hard green scales. He wasn't my dad anymore. He was a dragon sitting on a pile of gold, and I was just a coin trying to roll away. He wasn't protecting me because of love. Dragons just hate losing their stuff. Why are you being so selfish? I asked them. I kept my voice low. I tried to explain the math again. Imagine coming home and I'm just dead. The mess, the shock. Compare that to a plan, a calendar. Isn't my way better? My sister finally spoke up. She told me I was crazy. She said knowing the date I will die would be torture. She said watching me for 2 years, counting down the days, would kill them. But she looked wrong when she said it. Her eyes were wide open like glass plates. I could hear noises inside her head. She was a robot, a machine built to make me feel guilty. She said things about the future and potential. She tried to tell me that the dark feeling I have will go away. She couldn't see the heavy black blanket covering the whole world. She doesn't see that the air is thick like soup. I am tired of chewing just to breathe. Then they tried to pray. They gathered around me. They put their hands on me. They thought they were giving me light, but it felt like they were putting heavy rocks on my back. My mom prayed for the demons to leave my head. I opened my eyes and looked at her. There were no demons in my head. The demons were outside. They were wearing my family's faces. I just want to rest, I told them. I'm giving you 2 years to get used to it. They didn't take the deal. My dad, the dragon, roared that he wouldn't let it happen. He said he would watch me every second. He looked scary, with his scales shining under the light and his claws digging into the table. It's sad. They are so focused on staying alive that they can't see a favor when it's right in front of them. I let them cry. I let them promise they will take me to an hospital. I nodded because it made the scales on my dad's face go down a bit. I let my mom hug me, even though her muddy arms felt cold and heavy. Yet, I will stay for 2 years. I will give them that. I keep my promises. After I got the mud off my shirt and got out of the house, I went to see my friends. I needed to talk to guys who make sense. Families get too emotional, but friends, you choose your friends. They are supposed to be smart. We met at our usual bar. It was loud enough to cover the buzzing sound in my ears. I waited until we had our drinks. Then I told them, same deal, 2 years. I told them we would party for 2 years and then I would clock out. I expected a high five. I expected one of them to say, respect man, let's make it count. Instead, they started glitching. The first one laughed, but it looked wrong. He threw his head back and his jaw fell off. It dropped way too low, like a broken puppet. He slapped my back and asked if I was drunk. But I saw the strings. I saw thin silver lines tied to his hands and head, pulling him around. He wasn't laughing because it was funny. The puppet master pulling his strings made him laugh to hide the awkwardness. I told him I wasn't joking. I told him the date was set. The laughing stopped. The air in the bar turned a sick yellow color. My other friend, the one who always gives advice, leaned in close. He started talking really fast, asking what was wrong. But as he spoke, his face went fuzzy. His eyes and mouth started sliding around his head like a bad TV signal. He told me we could fix this. He said I just needed a break or the gym. He was trying to fix a computer bug. He didn't look at me like a person. He looked at me like a broken code. He was shaking, his fuzzy face moving faster, listing reasons to stay alive. Girls, money, games. It's just a choice, I told them. The math says leave. I'm just giving you notice so you aren't messed up. They didn't hear me. One of them grabbed my shoulder and told me to snap out of it. But his hand didn't feel like skin. It felt like dry sticks. I looked down and saw his arm was made of dead wood. It was rotting. He was trying to plant me in the ground next to him. You can't do this to us, the wooden one said. Think about us. There it was again. Everyone is so selfish. They started making plans right there. They whispered to each other, the fuzzy face, the wooden boy, and the puppet. They said they would keep an eye on me. They tried to buy me another drink. They pushed the glass to me. I looked at the drink. It wasn't beer. It was boiling black tar. They wanted me to drink the tar. They wanted me stuck just like them. You guys are great, I lied. I realized then that they weren't real. They were just fake people put there to keep me trapped in this game. If I leave, they disappear. Of course they don't want me to go. I let the wooden friend drive me home. He kept talking, his voice sounding like dry leaves on the road. He locked the car doors and looked at me nervous, like I was going to jump out. I just stared out the window. Everything outside was flickering on and off. The streetlights were eyes watching me. The trees were hands trying to grab me. My friends think they are saving me. They don't know they are just cartoons trying to stop me from waking up. I will give them their 2 years too. I will let them drag their wooden arms and pull their strings around me. But they can't stop the clock. Nonsense.